Why North Korea hide this building? In recent decades, people have shown their prowess by building bigger and more luxurious buildings. Buildings like the Taj Mahal, the Empire State Building, and the Eiffel Tower seem to continue to fascinate the crowd. But the building we are going to talk about seems strange and contrary to what we have mentioned. The building I am referring to is the Ryugyong Hotel, which is the tallest building in North Korea, with a height of 330 meters, and you can see it from several kilometers away. It is destined to be the tallest hotel in the world and a major symbol of the country. But as of now, it has not received a single visitor, and the building has remained vacant for decades. What mystery surrounds this building, and why is it called the Hotel of Doom? And that's what we're going to find out. Did you know that North Korea has a strict media environment? So this is one of the reasons why it is difficult to get reliable information. An example of this is when an American soldier crossed the North Korean border last year, and North Korea insisted that the soldier was seeking refuge from abuse in the United States. The truth is that North Korea is one of the most isolated countries in the world, and the entire regime hardly gives a real glimpse of life under a dictatorship. But how important is the country's image to the outside world? The government has built many monuments and skyscrapers in its capital, Pyongyang, to prove how modern, wealthy, and stable the country is today. In order to understand the story behind the Ryugyong Hotel, we need to look back at the country's history. Did you know that until 1945, Korea was a Japanese colony, and this only changed when the Japanese surrendered during World War II, and Korea was divided between the victorious forces. The south was occupied by the US and the north by the Soviet Union. This resulted in the development of democracy in South Korea and opening the country to the world, while North Korea became a totalitarian state under communism, and the two countries became rivals. Their conflict culminated in the Korean War in 1950, which lasted 3 years, and resulted in the deaths of more than 4 million people, which cemented the separation of Korea. Since then, this line has united the peoples of the peninsula, and the two sides have remained rivals. In 1986, a South Korean company built a hotel in Singapore. It was the tallest hotel in the world at the time, and after 2 years, South Korea hosted the Summer Olympics in 1988. And because the North didn't like it, the development of South Korea, and during those times, it was under the dictatorship of Kim Il-sung from 1949 to 1994, it also broke. In 1989, North Korea hosted the World Festival of Youth and Students, attended by more than 10,000 people from 177 countries who visited the capital. In preparation for those times, North Korea allocated $4 billion to make Pyongyang more attractive to visitors, with the money being used to build new roads and stadiums, including a new hotel. It aims to exceed the height of the structures in South Korea by 104 meters, and is also higher than the Eiffel Tower. At first, the plan for the Ryugyong Hotel was unique because it was designed to have 3 wings each with an inclination of 75 degrees, and its shape was like a pyramid or rocket. It has 3,000 rooms on a total of 105 floors, with 360,000 meters of usable space. It also has a bowling alley and a nightclub, and at the top of the building, it has ample space for 5 restaurants. And to enjoy the beautiful view more, this part of the building is able to rotate. So in 1987, North Korea started construction here. 2 years later, just in time for the World Festival, it was expected to open, but it did not go ahead. Instead, guests were moved to other hotels, and its scheduled opening date was delayed until 1992. And by 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and the Cold War ended, and with the loss of the USSR, lost North Korea's most important backer and supporter. A year later, the hotel reached 330 meters high, but it was a long way to build a lodging, and the ceremonial opening had never happened. But at that time, the construction was worth $750 million, and the country did not have enough funds to continue its construction, and by 1993, it was eventually stopped. The former wonderful project has been a shame for the country. There is no windows and concrete cement standing, and at the top of it, a crane left. In spite of this, the population of North Korea is suffering from severe poverty. At the same time, the country has faced a severe economic crisis, where its citizens have experienced famine, lack of supply, power outages, and no healthcare. And because Kim Jong-il was the new leader of the country at that time, he did not want to show any weakness outside the country. In many cases, he refused humanitarian aid for political reasons. At the same time, the sudden disappearance of the Ryugyong Hotel in photographs. The regime has images of parts of Pyongyang slightly edited before publication, with the ill-fated hotel symbol of the country's downfall being erased. After a 15-year suspension of its construction, Egyptian telecommunications group Orascom has been appointed to complete remaining work on the hotel, such as windows, as part of a larger deal. 2011, when Kim Jong-il passed away and his son Kim Jong-un took over power, and both finished the work on the hotel. German luxury hotel group Kempinski has announced that it will build 150 rooms at the top of the building, and the long-anticipated opening of the building is finally happening, but has been delayed again. Since in 2013, Kempinski cancelled the project due to political tension between North Korea and the West. That is why until now it has not been opened, and no one is allowed to enter the building. That's why it got the nickname Hotel of Doom, and its interior walls are slowly giving way, and according to experts, the construction of the hotel is not really strong due to its lack of steel support. Just like what happened in a building that collapsed in Pyongyang in 2014 that was only made of concrete. Instead of being recognized for its beautiful hotels, North Korea is recognized only for its nuclear testing and the people suffering from poverty and oppression. And in 2018, the building is only used for programs such as the history of the country and contains political slogans. Over time, a popular symbol of strength, prosperity, and power has become North Korea's symbol of the failure of its dictatorship and bitter reality. And now that you know why North Korea hid this building, what is your opinion about this? Comment down below.